What is up, guys? Cokeboy J here, bringing you guys another gameplay commentary. And if you're looking at the background of this game, you guys are gonna be like, what the hell? Why the hell are you posting some advanced warfare gameplay? Why are you even playing the game? Well, this is actually a pretty old gameplay that I had just stored up in Vicious Metal. Pretty beast. The reason why I'm actually showing this gameplay is to pretty much buffer my argument on how COD has changed from back in the day to now. There's a lot of points that could be made about how the older CODs are better than the newer CODs. Not to say that the newer CODs are necessarily horrible. Some people would say that Ghost and Advanced Warfare are horrible, but I don't think they're that bad of a game. But it's what's needed to actually play those games. So, when I look at games that I played, actually recently I played some older Call of Duties. I played MW3, MW2, and some Black Ops 1. It's actually easier to play those games than to play like Advanced Warfare and Black Ops 3, for example, for the main reason that they added new movement systems to the game. I think it's mainly to compete with other FPSs. I think Titanfall sort of baited Activision and Sledgehammer into actually changing the movement system, making it the way it was to actually compete with them. In my opinion, you don't have to really compete with a Titanfall style game when you have boost jumping, wall running, and everything of that matter. I just think that the pace of the game from Ghost to Advanced Warfare was so much of a transition that a lot of people left the game, especially for pubs, for the simple fact that they included skill-based matchmaking, where you're pretty much getting matched up with people of the same skill level as your own. That was one of the main reasons why pubs wasn't as good, especially during the prime when everybody, all these nerds and stuff like that, started pulling good guns. There's a lot of factors that led into Advanced Warfare's downfall in the end. One of the main reasons is actually the peripherals to play the game. If you wanted to be good in Advanced Warfare, you had to have a Scuff, Battle Beaver, a Cinch controller. All pretty much do the same thing, which is add rear buttons so that you can be able to double jump in the air, aim, and shoot at the same time. Anybody that plays default or even play on like tactical couldn't hang with people that had a Scuff. I personally have a Battle Beaver controller, so I can jump and aim at the same time and pretty much catch kids off guard. It's a huge advantage, huge difference from when you're playing with a default controller to the actual aftermarket controller like these companies that provide you with those extra peripherals. Another thing is that the game actually got very competitive, so since they added skill-based matchmaking, the game got pretty tribal towards the summertime and the fall time right before Black Ops 3 came out. So you actually playing a lot of more tryhards, people that have scuffs and things of that matter. So the game actually got very tribal. And this game actually, when you think about it, is made for a select few people. It's made for people that can actually compete on this game. More towards the competitive side than it is pubs, because you look at the game modes that they added to support that MLG and the competitive gaming scene had during this time when Advanced Warfare was out, was at an all-time high. Actually, not at all-time high, but it was actually pretty high. Now it's at an all-time high because you actually have Activision backing everything. Everything's ran through Call of Duty streams in terms of league matches and everything that matter. So now it's at an all-time high, but back then it was really popular. I think Advanced Warfare had to have been the most enjoyment I have from watching competitive gaming, especially from the Call of Duty side. I actually liked watching Advanced Warfare. Advanced Warfare isn't that bad to watch, but to play the game is actually a little bit more difficult. It took me like a month and a half to actually get used to using my Battle Beaver because it was a huge adjustment when you think about it. And like I said before, the change of pace from Call of Duty Ghost or any other COD of that matter to Advanced Warfare was so great that a lot of people had to either buy this extra peripheral to be good at the game or just flat out quit. And then Black Ops 3 isn't as quick and as fast as Advanced Warfare, but you can still tell the difference between somebody that has a Scuff and somebody that doesn't. Huge difference in style of plays and everything. And the difference between these recent two Call of Duties and the Call of Duties before is that they pretty much killed the casual player that can play tactical and actually hang with all these other people that has scuffs and everything. You don't even need a scuff to play MW3 or any of these older CODs, to be honest. Like, if you play tactical, you're perfectly fine. And that's to show how much the game has changed, especially with the drop shot. The drop shot is a big thing that's changed a lot. Because you add this extra verticality and extra movement system to the game, it's more of an up and down pace game. Up, down, pace game. Whoever can get to these certain spots in this certain map, you won the game. And you know, going from left right to up down is a pretty huge difference. A lot of these people don't understand the advantage of having elevation over other people, especially if you have the high ground. If you have the high ground, man, it's over. Kids couldn't kill you off a spot because there was certain ways that you could actually head glitch a certain spot if you're at a high place. So, you know, the way the maps changed, you went from having 2 to 3 lanes, and now there's no lanes at all. There's so many ways to get killed. You get killed from the back a lot now, especially when you play Advanced Warfare and Black Ops 3. It's ridiculous. You start to see this change with Call of Duty Ghosts. Call of Duty Ghosts added so many lanes to the map, it was ridiculous, especially with the size of the Advanced Warfare maps. I think they were actually trying to test something out, see how the maps were, and then you actually start to see smaller maps because they start to realize the style of play wasn't there. Always a select few maps that people played in pubs and Ghosts, which is pretty much what killed that game, is the maps. Some people said the time to kill. I don't actually mind the time to kill in that game. If I can kill you quick, I can kill you quick. That's how I think about it. But yeah, all the added peripherals, headsets, scuffs. It even got to a point where people are actually playing on monitors. I play on a BenQ 24-inch 2 millisecond response time. I have a whole gaming setup and everything. But yeah, that's all I really wanted to talk about, was a change from older CODs to this COD. Pretty huge difference, man. Really huge difference. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section on how you feel about these most recent Call of Duties that's been coming out as of late. Do you enjoy those games more than you enjoy the older ones? Do you enjoy the older ones more than you do these? Me, I can transition from either game. So it's all about fun factor. I have fun on older CODs. I like going for streaks in those games, and pretty much MOABs. I like going for MOABs inside MW3. MW3 is not a bad game, although I actually like that game. So yeah, more to talk about that in the later video. I'll talk about the old Call of Duties and how those games were, because I really talked about the newer CODs inside this video. There's a lot more that goes into it, but we'll go in depth with that later on. Alright, so this is pretty much it for the video, guys. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe, leave a thumbs up, and we're outie.